Amblin Reed created her channel.
Driving down the 101 into the wild. 6 a.m. Never tired. We just keep on going until we die. Take my hand and baby we can run. Baby we can run till tomorrow comes. Love me slowly, yeah, 'cause we're still young. Baby we can run till tomorrow comes. Faded dreams, get no sleep. Dancing with the wind till we lose our feet. Don't let go, take control. Play our favorite songs on the radio. Feeling so alive, like shooting stars flying through the sky. Just you and I, we're gonna set the world on fire.
Oh gosh, so much discussions. Alright, I'm gonna watch something.
to document what was supposed to be an epic weight loss journey.
My name's Amberlyn and I wanted to start a YouTube channel for weight loss.
Instead, the audience saw nothing but drama and catastrophe as Amberlyn almost doubled her body weight, with her brutal transformation beginning when she'd weigh in during her very first video.
I did my weigh-in, I was 368.0.
Amberlyn's courageous ability to share this vulnerable information led to an instant fan base of approximately 200 subscribers, along with positive comment after positive comment on every single video. But while everybody was rooting for Amberlyn, only 7 days after uploading her first video, there were already signs that her weight loss journey was going to end in disaster, as she'd post her first weekly weigh-in explaining that she hadn't lost any weight.
My weigh-in was 368.0 last week. My weigh-in today was 368.0, so I stayed the exact same.
The other thing that became obvious in this video was that Amberlyn had no desire to sacrifice for her goal.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, no, I will not be counting calories, if any of you are wondering. No, I will not even be thinking about my health that day. I'm just not gonna think about my weight.
And she had a defeatist attitude toward her weight loss journey.
I don't have willpower like I used to. I remember the days where I was down 3 pounds a day, but I'm never gonna be that again.
It's safe to say that this unconfident mindset was doing her no favors, as 1 week later, she'd upload another weigh-in video revealing that she'd actually gained weight.
This week has been my most
I'm not really here, I
indulgent-
swear. I'm just fixing something.
Where did you come from?
I'm just cool like that.
But yeah, like honestly, like there's so many red employees.
Dead company.
Dude.
Why the fuck? Security has access to the bank? What?
What? Dude.
That's retarded. I gotta check these permissions.
I want security going off with the money, eh? Wait, isn't it Bruce not with us anymore though?
I don't think so.
Because remember Matt? That day?
See, why does showroom... Wait, is it showroom? No, it is. Okay, we're good. HR manager? Can edit ranks, yes. Role manager.
I'm still a broker specialist.
That's not very useful.
Dude, we don't do brokers, don't we? No. Is it something that we'll do in the future still or no more?
What, brokers?
Yeah.
I think DOC's completely fucked it off, to be honest.
Hmm.
What does it mean by armory retrieval? We don't have anything in armory, do we?
Wait, what?
I'm assuming it's just the... Yeah, don't worry.
Those sound like cop permissions.
Sales rep doesn't need access to that. Manage employees. Stella, fire. Okay, I'm done here. I fixed the perms. I've done my job.
Okay. Honestly, I think the security role's pretty useless anyways.
Agreed. The hell can just carry guns.
Alright, back to the show.
Binging week I have ever had. I weighed in at 371.0.
Before she'd talk about her solution to fix this, which was not to eat healthier, but rather to change the day on which she weighed herself.
I will be weighing on
Oh my
Thursdays now.
gosh.
And by this Thursday, I hope to be down 3 pounds. It should be simple.
While Amberlyn concluded by stating that losing another 3 pounds should be simple, she'd once again gain weight in the week that followed.
I've been having a lot of issues with saying no to certain foods. So I did my weigh-in. I was up 2.8. Every time I weigh in, I'm like not losing. I don't know what to do.
With the trend continuing into the week after that.
But I stepped on the scale and saw 377. My first reaction was, what? That can't be right. I stepped on it a few other times, which I normally do, and it all said the same thing. I definitely know how to gain some weight.
It was obvious that Amberlyn's weight loss journey wasn't going to plan, and while almost every comment remained positive, her failure to lose weight resulted in her very first hater, who she'd foolishly dedicate an entire video to.
This person is beating me up so bad with their words, saying that since I started this channel, I'm actually up weight.
However, Amberlyn had a plan to prove this hater wrong, as 1 week later, she'd upload a video providing an outline for the weight she wanted to get down to by the end of the year.
My resolution is to reach 299 pounds. I think I was 11 when I weighed 290 pounds, and ever since then, I have never seen that number 2 at the beginning of my weight.
After posting this video, Amberlyn began to make progress instantly.
So my weigh-in yesterday was 377.0. My weigh-in today was 376.4, so that's down 0.6.
And would announce 5 months later that she'd lost an impressive 28 pounds.
It feels really freaking good to be so on track. I'm in the 340s, no more 350s.
Although throughout the rest of the year, Amberlyn's discipline began to slip.
I spent the last 3 weeks eating whatever I wanted. Yes, I have gained 13.8 pounds in the last couple of months.
And by the end of the year, rather than being down to her goal of 299, she was instead back to 377 pounds.
That was my weigh-in, 377.0.
The exact same weight that she was at the beginning of the year. Yet in retrospect, this loss of 0 pounds seems quite favourable, as only 4 months later, she'd make an announcement that ultimately caused her weight gain to spiral out of control. Amberlyn uploaded a video titled Going Through a Breakup, explaining that her 4-year relationship had slowly fallen apart, which was followed by a different video only 2 days later, explaining that the scale couldn't even weigh her anymore, as she'd become heavier than 420 pounds.
The fact that the scale wasn't reading me because I reached 420 again or around there, it absolutely hurts.
Amberlyn's emotional state was healed to some extent when she began to date a new girl called Destiny. However, this only seemed to make things worse, as she began to go months without weighing herself.
Last time I weighed myself was over 2 months ago.
And after only 6 months of being in this new relationship, Amberlyn explained that her weight had hit a new high.
I weighed in and I'm 455.0 pounds. I know every single time I come on here I weigh more and more and more.
The audience also began to observe that Amberlyn had adopted a significantly more obnoxious, unlikable attitude, which when combined with her weight gain, led to a surge in people hating on her content.
People are judging every move I make. Even in the good things that I do, people find negative, and it's frustrating to me.
At around the same point in time, with the assistance of various mukbang videos, Amberlyn experienced a significant increase in her subscriber count, although obviously this only gave her more incentive to eat, helping her to reach 482 pounds only 6 months after hitting 450. Things became even worse for Amberlyn when she'd announced that her new relationship had also come to an end, stimulating yet another increase.
January 1st, I weighed 489.2. That is the highest weight I've ever weighed. Absolutely disgusting. 10.8 pounds away from 500 pounds. I can't even like say that out loud. That is like possible for me to be that big. It is scary.
And as a result of this gain, Amberlyn decided to put her foot down and make a change once and for all. Only this change wouldn't come in the form of a new diet or even a new exercise routine, but it would rather appear in the form of a video announcing that she would no longer be stepping on the scale or tracking her weight loss journey whatsoever.
I am done with my weight loss journey. Sharing my journey does not help me at all.
It seemed as though Amberlyn couldn't bear to see herself hit 500 pounds, with this willful ignorance being spotted by the audience immediately. Her former title as a weight loss YouTuber had transformed into the new title of a weight gain YouTuber, and with a steadily increasing audience, Amberlyn's inability to lose weight began to receive exposure outside of YouTube. She's a woman who started her channel at 350 pounds to motivate herself and others to lose weight. She has since gained over 200 pounds through excessive binging and delusions about what is healthy. She starts a new diet every few weeks and breaks them within hours. There are rumors that she can't fit into her own bathroom at this point and is mostly immobile. She's a train wreck. My fear of becoming like her has been a great motivation to continue this lifestyle, and it's not like this was the only person who was using Amberlyn as fuel for their own weight loss journey. I watch Amberlyn Reid's videos on YouTube to motivate me to cut my portions down and work out more. Good lord, that poor girl. Not even 30 and she can barely walk due to morbid obesity. But while these people were able to find inspiration to continue on their weight loss journeys, Amberlyn Reid was doing the opposite. She'd begin her 4th year on YouTube weighing in at 497 pounds, which accompanied yet another optimistic resolution.
My goal is not to go out to eat a single time in January. I'm gonna be pretty much doing like a very clean eating, and I'm just pumped about it.
However, the audience already knew exactly what was going to happen. Amber is never going to lose weight. She's been doing this for years now. She'll be eating at Texas Roadhouse in 2 weeks, and with the assistance of her jumbo Coke and chocolate movie theater diet, these comments turned out to be correct.
So that means in 1 week I've gained 12.8 pounds.
However, it will be what Amberlyn did next that took her journey to a whole new level of degeneracy. She'd begin to use her weight as clickbait for new videos, proudly displaying her unhealthy diet in exchange for extra views, leading to the confirmation that Amberlyn was now over 500 pounds.
I just keep gaining. I've never weighed this much ever. I don't even want to say it out loud. It's weird.
It's weird.
It seems too real when I say it out loud. My weight today was 500.6.
Well, who's actually
Nice.
surprised? And no, girl, you're not retaining water. You know exactly what you did. Way to make excuses. Retaining water did not make you 500 pounds. Eating 6,000 plus calories a day did. Well, we all saw this happening. Don't have to be that so raven to know you were gonna hit 500 pounds. The cycle continued with a brand new goal,
My goal is to be 465 pounds by June 29th.
followed by a brand new failure.
Yesterday, I weighed in for you guys. At my heaviest, it was 525 point something.
Her weight had unsurprisingly gotten even worse by the following year,
567.4 pounds.
and as Amberlyn creeped past 100,000 subscribers, she began to receive criticism from some of YouTube's biggest fitness influencers.
For meal 1, she has a recharge bar from Jenny Craig. It should be called a fat bar. In fact, there's more grams of fat in a recharge bar than a Kit Kat bar.
Yet her response was simply that these fitness experts didn't understand who she was.
Every video made about me is just horrible and rude, and people just don't understand where I'm coming from, and I feel like I'm very misunderstood.
And it would be through this ignorant attitude that Amberlyn reached a whopping 572 pounds. However, in case things weren't already bad enough, only 5 months later, Amberlyn uploaded a new video announcing that she'd been diagnosed with cancer.
So I got my results back, and I do have cancer. I have womb cancer.
Which was extra frightening given her health.
The reason why I'm really scared is because of my weight, which is also my fault. So,
Amberlyn had hit absolute rock bottom. And while during the early
that
days of
is
her channel,
intense.
she stated that she'd never get weight loss surgery, desperate times began to call for desperate measures.
So I have been putting off calling a weight loss doctor for months now, but I don't know what came over me. I just did it. I called a weight loss place that I know about.
Amberlyn stated that one of the worst parts about getting the surgery was that her views on YouTube would likely decline.
Do I think I'm gonna lose viewers by getting weight loss surgery, and honestly, by me losing weight, I will lose viewership.
And that she'd need to lose a bunch of weight prior to the surgery,
At the size that I am, they won't be able to do weight loss surgery.
prompting Amberlynn to lose a whopping 89 pounds in only a couple of months.
I weighed in today. I reached a new lowest at 483.0, so that means I'm officially down 89.4 pounds, and I'm ecstatic.
Although for whatever reason, Amberlynn never got the surgery and instead, as you might expect, put the weight back on. That would be until just a few months ago when
Oh my
Amberlynn
God,
announced that she had
girl.
finally picked out a weight loss surgeon.
Girl.
How I'm feeling now is I'm ready to take that step. I already know what surgeon I want to see.
Yet it was going to be incredibly expensive,
It comes out to $23,000.
and as a result,
Holy.
she's currently saving for the procedure while waiting for her doctor's approval. Amberlynn currently weighs in at 508 pounds.
Girl. Dude.
About to commit a sexual offense, he would have liked.
It was a wild house party like no other. And while guests were there for beers and a good time, they had no idea what secrets the house was keeping from them only a few hours prior. My name is Adrian, and welcome back to Coffee House Crime. Today we're looking at the case of Tyler Hadley and his wild house party in the summer of 2011. There's a lot to consider to this case. With Tyler's crimes so brutal and callous, it's hard not to consider him as a monster. But when you take a look at the mentality of this case, things become a little less clear. So pull up a seat, grab a coffee and sit back. This is the case of Tyler Hadley. Welcome to the sleepy city of Port St. Lucie. Not much goes on here. Located 125 miles north of Miami and 150 miles southeast of Orlando, Port St. Lucie rests on the Atlantic coast of southern Florida. The city's land was bought in 1961 by the Mackle brothers, and over the years, 40,000 acres of swamp and pine forest was slowly converted into cheap land for sale. In 1980, the town's population had reached 15,000 residents, and by 2019, it had multiplied over tenfold to a population of 201,000. Blake Hadley and his wife Mary Jo were one of the city's relatively early settlers. They moved to Port St. Lucie from Fort Lauderdale in 1983 to be closer to Blake's parents. Both of them had retired nearby, and so Blake wanted to have the opportunity to see them more often. Blake and Mary Jo were a compassionate, honest couple, and held secure jobs. Blake was an engineer at the St. Lucie nuclear power plant, and Mary Jo was a teacher at one of the local elementary schools. She was described as someone who would never give up on you, no matter who you were. 4 years later, in 1987, the loving married couple had a son named Ryan Hadley, and 6 years later, Mary Jo would also give birth to their second son, Tyler Hadley. The Hadleys were a typically cheery family with a bright future ahead. Both Tyler and Ryan seemed to be happy kids growing up. That happy upbringing would continue for Ryan, but for Tyler, it was a different story. In her teen years and right through into adulthood, Mary Jo suffered from chronic mild depression. And it was at the early age of 6 that Tyler started to display the same symptoms. Worried that her son Tyler may suffer from depression as well, he was signed up to counselling. A couple years later though, that didn't seem to do the trick, and so at the age of 10, unconventionally, he was prescribed Lexapro, an antidepressant. This may seem to most as a rather drastic decision, and don't get me wrong, it is. But Tyler was used to this sort of treatment. He was actually born prematurely, and as a result, he was in an incubator for the first month of his life. This rather tough start to Tyler's life seemed to pull at his mother's heartstrings, because whenever he was sad or in pain, his mother would be overprotective to him. This kind of behaviour, coupled with Tyler's signs of depression, would worsen. And by the age of 15, he had also been prescribed Adderall, a stimulant used to treat ADHD, and Prozac, another antidepressant. He was also prescribed hormone medication to treat his problematic thyroid. Despite his initial hardships, Tyler trucked on into his mid-teens. But saying that, at the age of 16, he was still battling his depression. And to add to that, he was now bulimic and had low self-esteem. In fact, Mary Jo had a rather ludicrous solution to these problems. She was worried that Tyler was getting bullied at school for being short and chubby, and also didn't like that he had low self-esteem. Her answer to that was to persuade him to start taking growth hormone injections. But otherwise, Tyler seemed like a happy kid. He was described by neighbours as a very respectful, polite young boy. He liked to skate, ride his bike, play baseball with his dad, or kick a football in the street. And Tyler was close to his parents too. As a boy, he would stay up late into the evenings for his dad to return home, so that they could play basketball together in the driveway, often until midnight. And on the weekends, neighbours would hear the Hadley family splashing and laughing in their back garden's pool. But by the time Tyler had entered high school, things changed. As a child, Tyler had always been quiet, difficult to read, but into his teenage years, his personality seemed to 180. He was now eccentric, unpredictable, and troubled. He always tried to pull a crowd. Even in the middle of a lesson, he would uncontrollably laugh or shout out. And in 2010, Tyler began his path into serious trouble. It was in the middle of summer that year when Tyler and a few friends found an abandoned couch. They dragged the couch into a clearing in the North Fork River Preserve, dousing it with gasoline and setting it alight. And at the risk of the entire preserve being set ablaze, the fire department had to be called out. Although Tyler, along with his friends, were only given a warning, Mary Jo suddenly had the sense that she had lost control of her youngest son. And his mental health didn't improve either. He was eventually prescribed hydroxyzine, a mild anti-anxiety medication, as well as citalopram, an antidepressant that has been known to increase the risk of suicide in young adults. And in addition to all this medication, Tyler began to drink heavily. He would smoke pot often, take pills frequently, and even started taking ecstasy. We're moving to the year of 2011. It is now April and Tyler is 17. The Hadley household is pretty quiet. Tyler's older brother Ryan is away at college, and Tyler was in prison. Tyler had got into a fight with one of his friends, and consequently was arrested on a charge of aggravated battery. And because he had a previous record of burglary under his name, he was sentenced to St. Lucie County Jail for 1 week, followed by 2 weeks of house arrest. Mary Jo confiscated her son's phone as a result, and this would just add an additional layer of anger and stress between the two. Slowly, Tyler started to hate his own mother. I mean, sure, it was normal for the two to argue whenever Tyler was in trouble. But this time, things were a little bit different. It seemed that recently, whenever someone had crossed Tyler's path, he would develop a new, deep level of hatred for them. Proof was in the pudding. He had just beaten the hell out of one of his friends. And now, after his parents had confiscated his phone away from him, he was wishing death upon them. The water in Tyler's teapot was now surely heating up, and it didn't seem to be far off boiling temperature either. And then July came around. July the 16th, 2011. It was a Saturday, and the weather was as beautiful as ever. 84 degrees Fahrenheit, sunny, with few clouds in the sky. At 11:15 PM, Tyler posted a message to his Facebook wall. Party at my crib tonight, maybe. No one was convinced by this, but at 8:15 PM, Tyler posted another message. Party at my house, hit me up. Although Tyler attended a local school, he wasn't that popular, or at least he was far from well known. The party was an open invite to anyone though, and it was sure to be huge. His parents, Mary Jo and Blake, were out of town. Where exactly they went, or how far they were, was anyone's guess. Tyler had been telling his friends all week that he was planning on hosting a house party, but none of them believed him. In fact, Tyler had never hosted a house party before, both of his parents never comfortable with the idea. However, if they were out of town, they'd never know. Following from the morning, it was a warm summer evening too, and there was absolutely nothing going on in Port St. Lucie later that night. In fact, there never really was. The city had no access to the beach, no downtown, and no place for teenagers to hang out at night. Even the parks were...
Yo, how are we? Yo, how are we?
Good.
That's good to hear.
Oh my god.
Been busy or a bit slow today?
Slow.
Oh, shit. No good, no good.
Dude. I'll be right back.
Easy. Yo, how are we? How are we? How are we? What? Why are you laughing like that?
You're too hyper for me.
What you mean? I've just got good energy and shit. You know what I mean? It's always good. Always good to have in the workforce, you know? Keep the vibes immaculate.
Oh god.
Holy fuck!
What the heck is that parking?
I don't know. Ah,
I
it's one
just
of these
wanted that
people.
plant.
It's one of these people. Ugh.
What do you mean?
Brothers. Ugh.
And they're a customer regardless.
Okay, yes. True. I just don't like him.
Dude, then I'll help him.
Like, look how we parked it. So inconsiderate, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Mm. Hello.
Hey. Oh.
Can we help
Wait,
you?
don't you work here?
Pardon?
Oh, this is Ray!
Ah.
Why don't you work, buddy?
I think I'm getting fired here, so.
Oh.
Wait,
Shit go,
this
buddy,
is
shit
the
go.
this is the 22-day no sale guy? Oh my god.
Yeah, fire him right now. Fire him
I didn't, I already handed in my resignation forms and stuff. I'm just not good for it.
Not good for it, yeah.
Really
clearly
busy and
tell,
stuff.
buddy. Yeah, clearly can tell.
Got a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man.
No. Do better next time, yeah?
Yeah, for sure, man. Bitch.
Did you just call me something?
No. He called me. He called me, bitch. Yeah.
I just told Nick what he said.
Wait, to you?
No, about his resignation.
Oh, yeah. No, I think Nick knows. Oh,
You're
mate.
able to buy a car? Oh, is this? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is the lady, right?
Which
Oh, you're
one?
able to buy cars? The white Supra. Right over here. It's but
Oh,
don't
let
worry
me
about
see.
that. Yeah, it's a bit beat up at the moment, but I was just willing to sell it to you whatever price you can give me. I'll take.
Oh, someone's shooting in the distance.
There's some dodgy cunts out, mate.
Engine, trans, turbo, sauce 20. So we're offering 531.
Yeah, I'll take that, mate.
No problem, just go ahead and pay job. Sell vehicle Estella.
Yeah. Right. Gotcha.
To this guy.
I think I've done that one. I think I've done it. Oh, I've done it.
Yeah. And just go ahead and copy paste your bank number on a note. I'm gonna grab your funds while you do
Gotcha.
that.
Gotcha. There we go, notes on the ground.
There you go.
Thank you.
Alright, enjoy. Dude. That's what a shit. Serious.
How are we? How are we?
I'm good. No, I'm just gonna put the car inside. It's plate 16. One GTX.
Yo, mate. Yo, how are we?
I like test drive or no, about the Holden Redline SS, I think it was.
Yeah, man. Let me just double check if we've got that in the stock
I think I
take.
saw 3 of them.
Easy, easy. You probably want to test drive like the max one, I'm guessing.
Well, what is there a max 7 one? Or is that max 20? Whatever. I'll test drive.
No, we've got two that are max 20. So
Yeah, can I test
yeah.
drive one?
Easy, bro. Do you have a license on you, bro? So I can just write your name down. And yeah, fuck it. You know what, buddy? Just because you're a nice kid, easy.
You can get that too, just if you want. Make sure.
Yeah, easy, bro, easy.
Back up and get it back. So they're both max 20. Oh yeah.
Easy. Yeah, this is the max 21. Just come back in like about 5 minutes, bro, and then easy, bro.
Sweet, thanks, bro.
Oh, goody. How are we, mate? How are we? Just bear with me, mate. Just doing some paperwork real quick, and then I'll get back to you, alright?
Yeah, gotcha, mate, gotcha.
Easy, bro. What can I do for you?
Well, I've just got one question.
Yep.
The Hiluxes, right?
Yep.
Can you slam them? Can you slam the Hilux?
You can put suspension on it, but like, it wouldn't be slammed. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be slammed. Fuck, I seen
Nah.
slammed as Hilux. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know where that was.
Wait, real?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. Seen something slammed that truck.
Yo.
The M4. How much do the M4s again?
The M4s. Let me get a price on that one.
closed. So it was no surprise when over 60 people turned up at Tyler's house to get loose. Most of those who attended, though, had no idea who Tyler was, and as a result, they didn't care if they damaged the property. They split the family couch and other seats apart, played beer pong across the dining table located next to the family computer, ate any food they could find in the cupboards, and gathered in groups on the front garden, tossing empty beer cans over the lawn. Bottles were thrown at the walls and floor, shattering on impact,
Jesus.
and cigarette butts were burnt out on the rug, kitchen counters and walls. The family's computer was an absolute mess too, its keyboard covered in a brownish dried liquid. Could be from beer or coke, nobody looked at it too closely. And Tyler was questioned by several people where his parents were. He...
Hello.
Good afternoon.
May I help you?
I'm with her.
I'm here for an interview.
Oh, okay. Are you whispering by the
I'm
way?
here for first impressions.
I'm sorry?
Are you whispering?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Oh, there we
Hello.
go.
Yes, I'm Valdez. I'm here for my interview.
Alrighty, let's take it to the office.
Alright.
Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Alrighty, sit whichever single seat you choose.
Yes, no problem.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pause this. Actually, I'm just gonna mute.